Well, welcome back to Cingulate's channel, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on the development of innovative new product candidates for the treatment of ADHD and anxiety associated disorders. While the stock is kind of getting some momentum here, they released the quarter. There's a lot of news going on we're going to dive into with Shane, the CEO, joining as always. Welcome back, sir.
Very good to see you. How you doing?
Living the dream, man. Always a pleasure to get you on. I want to dive into this
Love
because
it.
you kind of posted some earnings sharing highlights. Some of those highlights we've discussed in the past: 1.6 million of capital raise, the FDA clearance to file marketing approval for your candidate CTX 1301, while continuing to explore additional licensing arrangements inside and outside the U.S. I'm going to just hand it over to you to kind of just highlight what you think is most relevant here.
Oh, sounds great. And thanks for having us out here again. Cingulate's really getting some nice momentum. We'll use the word finally. We see a lot of activity happening in the market, as well as some news that Cingulate's put out recently. I think one thing that's really important to highlight is, in the last week and a half, one of our ADHD compatriots, a company called Ironshore, actually was purchased for over $500 million. Here's a single ADHD asset that has had some success in the marketplace, but nowhere near the overcoming of unmet medical needs that you're seeing with Cingulate's assets. The fast onset, the entire active day efficacy, the effect size that has never been seen before in ADHD. It just again reemphasizes how big this $20 billion market is and the tremendous value that exists here. It leads well into our next topic of the patents that we just had issued in the European Union, which includes the United Kingdom and its associated territories. Again, strong patent. It allows us to be exclusive with our unique PTR platform and our specific product in ADHD. It leads well to the overall licensing conversation that we're having with colleagues in the UK and other parts of the EU. And you take these two things together, it really positions Cingulate nicely to continue to really sort of untap this the value that is sitting there for Cingulate with our ADHD products and our anxiety asset as well. We're still tremendously undervalued in our opinion. You can't look at a market of this size and with a deal that just got struck, and then you look at assets like we have and the data we've demonstrated without knowing, wow, Cingulate's just really at the beginning of where it really needs to be and where it belongs.
And considering where we sit right now from a milestone expectation, what should investors focus on? What's kind of coming through the pipeline? Maybe just kind of map that out for us.
Sure. With these last several days of increasing value, which has been good, our stock price has been up, the volume has been really good. We've taken advantage of some abilities to raise incremental capital. That piece is over now. So we are now financed to get our product into the FDA. We want to get the final phase 1 study, which is a fast fed study. So that study will be very quick. You feed patients a high fat meal, give them the medication. No meal, give them the medication. There's your study. So that study will be concluded soon. We're gathering all the data from our phase 3 trials, which is completed. So the phase 3 trials are complete. The data capture and gathering is what we're working on right now. But we're still on track for a late first half of next year, mid next year filing of our NDA, which is a huge milestone. We are still prosecuting patents in the United States. Those are your most valuable patents. So that's something we're still working on. And of course, as the data comes in and we announce those top line results, that'll be more data that we share. And finally, we had some market access news, which was it was a study that Cingulate commissioned because we wanted to show our potential U.S. partners in licensing really what's the landscape look like for Cingulate when it goes to try to not license, but to get reimbursement for its products. So we talked to over 120 million lives covered. So there were the major PBMs, some regional pharmacy benefit managers, but again, over 120 million lives is who was represented here. And 3 key takeaways. Number one, we showed them the breadth of ADHD. They saw the products that are out there, the big boys that are out there today. Cingulate's CTX 1301 was deemed the most valuable product in all of ADHD based upon our data, based upon their data. So you have products that were making, tens of billions of dollars over the course of their lifetime. Our product was deemed the most valuable. Number two, these payers said, based upon that clinical profile, based upon the fact that you're overcoming unmet needs, you're lasting the entire active day, you're fast onset, you're taking away the boosters, which we know means 2 scripts, which means more money out of our pocket, which means abuse, which means diversion. You solve these problems, you have a very high likelihood of being contracted and reimbursed, either at our preferred state without any edits or with a non-preferred state with 1 to 2 step edits. So great news across the board from market access, the market itself with over a $500 million purchase of one of our competitors. And then, of course, the patents that we've seen in the EU and other parts of the world as well. So still the beginning for us. We're going to keep fighting, and we're really excited as we keep stepping 1 inch closer to bringing these medications to the public. That's our goal. Help these patients live their entire active day beneficially.
On that note, we'll pass it off to the viewers as always. Let us know what you think in that comment section and subscribe for Catalyst news that come down the wire like this. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that note, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.